Okay, thanks for the question off the back of my Dubai video. So, let me just full disclosure. In Dubai, buying, refurbishing and selling for me is the way to go. But you can lose money because the market is massively growing. There's money coming in from every corner of the world into that market. And you can overpay. And the strategy for investing should not be to buy somewhere to rely on it going up in value. That's a fool's way of building his house on the sand. Don't get me wrong, you capitalize on it if it happens, but you don't plan a strategy. You don't buy a deal based on that happening. That's the added benefit. You buy where you can buy significantly below market value, or where you can add significant value. And if you're really great or you're lucky, you do the both. You then do the refurb based on the market, what the market wants. Now, the market in Dubai is massively different to anything else I've ever experienced. And it's also segmented to the geographical locations and areas of Dubai. Marina, Palm, DIFC, Downtown, JVC, Dubai Hills, Emirate Hills, and everything else further out. They're all hugely different. And there's different areas of certain geographical locations where the market fragments, and you need to try and play to those. And it sounds really confusing, but I'm only using my own experience in the UK on how I capitalize on individual markets and saw fragments where you then just go for it. Now, I'm not trying to make this sound more complicated than it is, but I am trying to give you a bit of an insight into the thought process. This is not something that you can get in and out of quickly without proper insight and planning. However, I built my business up to 2019 through joint ventures. And the reason why joint ventures worked so well in the UK is it brought in people who wanted to invest in property in what I would call is the Facebook era of property investing, which is now over. And it gives them the ability, because they've got the cash, to partner up with someone who has the knowledge, experience, proven track record, and the ability to do it, and share part of the profit without taking any risk. And I'm really pleased to say, and this is like a pre-announcement before we actually get it going, that we're going to be doing the same thing in Dubai. Because whereas the market changed in the UK and the margins were squeezed and the risks were increased because of further scrutiny and legislation by the UK government, meant that you were forever having to shift your goals when you bought a property, which then in turn is harder